The San Francisco 49ers once stood on the doorstep of greatness. But over the next decade, they would fall apart, rebuild slowly, and rise again. This is the quiet story of heartbreak, revival, and the relentless pursuit of glory. Welcome to Sleepy Sports, where you fall asleep to the greatest moments in sports history. On February 3, 2013, the San Francisco 49ers faced off against the Baltimore Ravens in Super Bowl 47. It was a game that would linger in the minds of many, ending with the 49ers narrowly losing, 34-31. Quarterback Colin Kaepernick had a notable performance, throwing for 302 yards and scoring one touchdown. Despite his efforts, the team couldn't secure the victory they had worked so hard for throughout the season. The loss marked the end of a strong campaign, where the 49ers had finished the regular season with an impressive record of 11 wins, 4 losses, and 1 tie. The team had shown resilience and skill, navigating through challenges to reach the championship game. However, their journey was not without setbacks. Linebacker Navarro Bowman had suffered a significant injury during the playoffs, a blow that tested the depth and adaptability of the roster. In the weeks following the Super Bowl, the mood within the organization was one of reflection and determination. Head coach Jim Harbaugh was at the forefront, emphasizing the need for improvement and growth during the offseason. His message was clear: the team needed to build on their recent success and address the areas that had hindered them in the final game. As February turned into March, the focus was on regrouping and planning for the future. Players and coaches alike were committed to pushing for another championship run in the upcoming season. The loss to the Ravens was a tough pill to swallow, but it also served as a catalyst for change and motivation. The team knew that with the right adjustments, they could return stronger and more prepared for the challenges that lay ahead. The San Francisco 49ers were determined to not let this setback define them. Instead, they used it as a stepping stone, a reminder of what was needed to achieve the ultimate goal. With the offseason underway, the organization was poised to make the necessary moves to enhance their chances in the next season, driven by the lessons learned from their Super Bowl experience. On January 5, 2014, the San Francisco 49ers took to the field against the Green Bay Packers in the NFC wildcard round. It was a cold day at Lambeau Field, where the stakes were high and the atmosphere crackled with anticipation. The game unfolded as a tightly contested battle, each team trading blows with determination and grit. The Packers, led by quarterback Aaron Rodgers, were formidable opponents, but the 49ers were resolute in their pursuit of victory. As the game clock wound down, the 49ers found themselves in a position to seize the win. With the score tied at 20-20, veteran kicker Phil Dawson stepped up for a game-winning field goal attempt. The pressure was immense, yet Dawson's focus was unwavering. He delivered a perfect kick, sending the ball sailing through the uprights, with just seconds remaining on the clock. The 49ers emerged victorious, 23-20, their resilience and poise under pressure, earning them a hard-fought triumph. The victory set the stage for a highly anticipated NFC Championship game against the Seattle Seahawks on January 19, 2014. The rivalry between the 49ers and the Seahawks had been intensifying, and this matchup promised to be a fierce contest. The game was held at CenturyLink Field, where the Seahawks' home crowd added to the formidable challenge facing the 49ers. Quarterback Colin Kaepernick led the 49ers onto the field, determined to guide his team to another Super Bowl appearance. The game was marked by intense moments and dramatic shifts in momentum. Kaepernick showcased his athleticism and skill, throwing for one touchdown and rushing for another, as the 49ers fought to gain the upper hand. The Seahawks, however, were relentless, their defense proving to be a formidable obstacle. As the game entered its final moments, the 49ers trailed by 4 points, 28-24. With time running out, Kaepernick orchestrated a drive that brought the 49ers within striking distance of the end zone. The tension was palpable as the 49ers sought to turn the tide in their favor. Yet in a defining moment, Seahawks cornerback Richard Sherman made a pivotal play, intercepting a pass intended for Michael Crabtree in the end zone. The interception sealed the Seahawks' victory, dashing the 49ers' hopes of advancing. The loss was a bitter pill for the 49ers, highlighting the fierce competition and the challenges that lay ahead. For Kaepernick and his teammates, it was a moment of reflection, a reminder of the fine margins that separate triumph from defeat. As they left the field, the 49ers carried with them the lessons learned from both their dramatic win and their heartbreaking loss, setting the stage for the battles to come. In January 2014, the San Francisco 49ers found themselves in a period of uncertainty. Reports began to surface about growing tensions between head coach Jim Harbaugh and the team's management. The whispers of discord were hard to ignore, casting a shadow over the team's preparations for the upcoming season. Harbaugh, known for his intense coaching style, was at the center of the storm, his relationship with management becoming a topic of concern. The 49ers had just concluded the 2013 season with a strong record of 12-4, a testament to their talent and determination. However, beneath the surface, not all was well. Key players within the team began to voice their unease about the direction in which the team was heading. Concerns about coaching methods and strategic decisions added to the growing sense of unease within the locker room. The players' voices, usually focused on the field, now resonated with questions about their future under Harbaugh's leadership. Jim Harbaugh was still under contract through the 2015 season, but that did little to quell the speculation about his future with the team. The uncertainty surrounding his tenure added fuel to the fire, as fans and analysts alike pondered the implications of the growing friction. The pressure to maintain the team's competitive edge was palpable, with the organization needing to navigate the delicate balance between stability and change. As the months of January, February, and March unfolded, the tension within the 49ers organization became increasingly apparent. The team's management faced the daunting task of addressing the internal strife while keeping their sights set on the goal of building a championship-caliber team. The challenge was significant, requiring careful consideration and strategic decision-making. The situation called for a resolution, but the path forward was anything but clear. The 49ers were at a crossroads, their future hanging in the balance as they grappled with the complexities of leadership dynamics and team cohesion. The months leading up to the new season would be crucial, as the organization sought to find a way to reconcile differences and move forward with a unified vision. In this period of reflection and uncertainty, the San Francisco 49ers stood firm, determined to overcome the challenges they faced. The road ahead was uncertain, but the team's commitment to excellence remained unwavering. As the calendar turned to spring, the 49ers looked to the future, seeking to emerge stronger and more resilient in the face of adversity. In September 2014, the San Francisco 49ers embarked on a new NFL season, with hopes of building on their recent successes. The team started with a promising record of 4 wins and 2 losses. However, as the crisp autumn days unfolded, the challenges began to mount, casting a shadow over their early optimism. Linebacker Navarro Bowman, a crucial figure in the 49ers' defense, was still on the road to recovery from a significant injury sustained during the previous postseason. His absence on the field was deeply felt, as his leadership and skill were integral to the team's defensive strategy. The void left by Bowman's injury was palpable, and the team struggled to find a rhythm without him anchoring the defense. Adding to the turmoil, the 49ers faced a series of suspensions that shook the stability of their roster. The disruptions affected team chemistry and consistency, as players shuffled in and out of the lineup. Each suspension brought a new challenge, forcing the coaching staff to make adjustments on the fly. The lack of continuity proved to be a significant hurdle, impacting both morale and performance. As the season wore on, the 49ers found themselves in a downward spiral, losing 5 of their last 6 games. The losses were a stark contrast to their strong start, and each defeat chipped away at the team's confidence. The once vibrant locker room now echoed with frustration and disappointment as the playoffs slipped further out of reach. Head coach Jim Harbaugh, known for his fiery demeanor and demanding coaching style, faced increasing scrutiny from both media and fans. The pressure was mounting as questions about his leadership and the team's direction grew louder. Harbaugh's relationship with management, already strained, became a focal point of discussion as the season unraveled. The tension was palpable, both on and off the field, as the team struggled to find its footing. By December, the 49ers' hopes for a playoff berth had faded, and they finished the season with an even record of 8 wins and 8 losses. The final weeks of the season were marked by a sense of resignation, as the team grappled with the reality of their situation. The promise of September had given way to the harsh lessons of December, leaving the 49ers to ponder what could have been. As the year came to a close, the San Francisco 49ers were left to reflect on a season that began with potential, but ended in disappointment. The challenges of injuries, suspensions, and internal clashes had taken their toll, leaving the team with much to consider as they looked toward the future. On December 28, 2014, the San Francisco 49ers made the decision to part ways with head coach Jim Harbaugh. It was a moment that signified the end of an era marked by both triumphs and tensions. Harbaugh's tenure with the team had been a roller coaster of emotions, filled with impressive highs and challenging lows. Under his leadership, the 49ers had experienced a remarkable resurgence, reaching the playoffs in 3 consecutive seasons. The pinnacle of this success was the NFC Championship victory in 2012, which led the team to the Super Bowl. Yet despite the accolades and achievements, the relationship between Harbaugh and the 49ers management had been fraught with conflict. Throughout the season, whispers of discord grew louder, and by the time the season concluded, it became clear that a change was inevitable. Harbaugh's departure was not just about the team's recent struggles on the field. It was a culmination of ongoing tensions that had simmered beneath the surface for quite some time. Harbaugh's record with the team stood at 44 wins, 19 losses, and 1 tie over 4 seasons. It was a testament to his ability to lead and inspire his players. However, the disappointing 8-8 finish in 2014 seemed to amplify the existing fractures within the organization. As the dust settled on the season, the decision to part ways with Harbaugh was made, leaving a void at the helm of the team. The search for a new head coach began immediately, with the organization keen to find someone who could build on the foundation that Harbaugh had laid. The task was daunting, as the new coach would not only need to bring fresh ideas and strategies, but also navigate the complexities of a team that had seen its fair share of internal challenges. The departure of Harbaugh was a moment of reflection for the 49ers, as they looked back on an era that had brought them so close to the ultimate prize, yet left them with unfinished business. As the new year approached, the focus shifted to the future. The team was determined to find a leader who could harness the potential within the roster and guide them back to the heights they had reached under Harbaugh. The coaching search was not just about finding the right fit on the field, but also ensuring harmony within the organization. The lessons of the past were fresh in everyone's minds, serving as a reminder of the delicate balance required to succeed in the NFL. In the days following Harbaugh's departure, there was a palpable sense of anticipation and uncertainty. The fans, the players, and the entire organization were eager to see what the future would hold. The journey ahead was uncharted, but the resolve to overcome the challenges and return to glory was unwavering. The departure of Jim Harbaugh marked the end of one chapter and the beginning of another in the storied history of the San Francisco 49ers. On January 15, 2015, the San Francisco 49ers announced Jim Tomsula as their new head coach. Tomsula had been with the team for years, serving as the defensive line coach, and now he was stepping into the head coach role. His familiarity with the organization brought some comfort, but the challenges ahead were unmistakable. The transition came at a time when the team was undergoing significant changes, both on and off the field. In the months leading up to the new season, the 49ers faced the daunting reality of several key retirements. Most notably, linebacker Patrick Willis, a cornerstone of the defense, decided to retire. His absence left a void in leadership and skill that would be difficult to fill. Alongside Willis, other veterans also hung up their cleats, leaving the roster looking significantly different from previous years. As the new coaching staff took shape, the 49ers prepared for the upcoming season with a mix of optimism and uncertainty. The team had a fresh look, with new faces on the sidelines and on the field. However, the significant roster changes led many analysts to project a challenging season ahead. The loss of veteran leadership and experience was expected to impact the team's performance, and expectations were tempered accordingly. By the time September rolled around, the anticipation for the season opener was palpable. Tomsula's first game as head coach came on September 14, 2015 against the Minnesota Vikings. It was a home game at Levi's Stadium, and fans were eager to see how the new-look 49ers would fare under Tomsula's leadership. The game was an opportunity to set the tone for the season and to see how the team would respond to the offseason changes. As the game kicked off, the 49ers came out with energy and determination. The defense, despite missing some of its stalwarts, played with intensity, while the offense sought to find its rhythm under the new coaching scheme. The matchup against the Vikings was closely watched, as both teams were looking to make a strong start to their respective seasons. The game unfolded with the 49ers showing flashes of potential, particularly on defense. They managed to keep the Vikings' offense in check, showcasing a gritty performance that mirrored the team's determination to overcome the offseason challenges. On the offensive side, the 49ers worked to establish their identity, trying to find a balance and cohesion with the new roster dynamics. As the final whistle blew, the 49ers emerged victorious with a 20-3 win over the Vikings. It was a promising start for Tomsula and his team, offering a glimpse of hope and potential for the season ahead. Despite the off-season upheaval and the uncertainty surrounding the team, the victory provided a moment of celebration and relief for the players, coaches, and fans alike. On a warm September day in 2015, the San Francisco 49ers took the field with Colin Kaepernick as their starting quarterback. The team, under the guidance of new head coach Jim Tomsula, was eager to put the challenges of the previous season behind them. As the season unfolded, however, the 49ers faced a series of trials that would test their resolve and stability. Colin Kaepernick, known for his dynamic play and previous successes, struggled to find his rhythm early in the season. The offense, seeking to establish an identity, faced difficulties in execution and consistency. Despite Kaepernick's efforts, the team found itself unable to generate the offensive output needed to secure victories. The 49ers' scoring woes were evident, as they ranked last in the league in points scored per game, reflecting the challenges they faced on the field. As October progressed, the 49ers' struggles continued, and the team embarked on a challenging stretch, losing 8 consecutive games. The lack of offensive production became a focal point of concern, prompting a significant decision by the coaching staff. In a bid to spark change, Jim Tomsula decided to bench Kaepernick mid-season, turning to Blaine Gabbert in hopes of revitalizing the team's fortunes. Blaine Gabbert, stepping into the starting role, faced the daunting task of leading a team in turmoil. His introduction brought a fresh perspective, yet the challenges remained steep. Gabbert's presence offered moments of promise, but the overall team performance continued to falter. The 49ers struggled to find cohesion, and the losses mounted, casting a shadow over the season. As the season drew to a close, the 49ers faced the St. Louis Rams in their final game. The match, held on a crisp December day, provided one last opportunity for the team to end on a positive note. The game was closely contested, with both teams battling fiercely. Despite their efforts, the 49ers fell short, losing 19-16. The defeat encapsulated the challenges of a season marked by inconsistency and upheaval. The conclusion of the 2015 season left the San Francisco 49ers with a 5-11 record, a reflection of the struggles they endured throughout the year. The quarterback turmoil and offensive difficulties underscored the need for reflection and re-evaluation as the team looked toward the future. The season's end was a moment of pause, a time to consider the path forward for a franchise seeking stability and success. On a crisp January day in 2016, the San Francisco 49ers took a new direction by hiring Chip Kelly as their head coach. Kelly, known for his innovative offensive schemes, brought fresh energy and ideas to a team looking to rebound from recent struggles. As the months passed and the offseason unfolded, the organization hoped that his arrival would mark the beginning of a positive turnaround. As summer turned to fall, the focus shifted to Colin Kaepernick, the team's dynamic quarterback. On August 26th, during a preseason game, Kaepernick chose to sit during the national anthem, sparking widespread attention. His protest aimed to bring awareness to issues of racial injustice and police brutality, igniting conversations across the nation. Kaepernick's actions resonated deeply, drawing both support and criticism from various corners of the public and media. The regular season began with a sense of uncertainty hanging over the franchise. Kaepernick's protest continued, evolving into a kneel during the anthem, and his stance became a prominent topic in sports and beyond. On the field, the 49ers faced challenges as they struggled to find their footing under Kelly's new system. Despite flashes of potential, the team often fell short, unable to consistently execute at a high level. Throughout the season, Kaepernick displayed moments of brilliance, throwing for 2,241 yards and 16 touchdowns. His performances, while commendable, were not enough to overcome the team's broader issues. The 49ers' defense faced its own set of difficulties, often unable to contain opposing offenses, which further compounded their struggles. The weeks went by, and the losses began to mount. The team found itself in a seemingly endless cycle of setbacks, unable to break free from the challenges that plagued them. As the season wore on, the focus remained on Kaepernick, both for his on-field contributions and his off-field activism. His willingness to speak out on social issues continued to draw attention and sparked discussions that extended far beyond the football field. By the time the season concluded, the 49ers had finished with a record of 2-14. It was a difficult campaign, marked by a combination of on-field struggles and off-field controversies. The team faced the reality of a season filled with challenges, both expected and unforeseen. As the year drew to a close, the San Francisco 49ers were left to ponder their next steps, searching for ways to rebuild and refocus for the future. In early October of 2016, the San Francisco 49ers faced a daunting stretch as they embarked on a series of games that would test their resilience. The team's last victory had come on a warm September day against the Los Angeles Rams. Yet, as the leaves began to fall, so did the 49ers' fortunes on the gridiron. Colin Kaepernick, the team's quarterback, was a focal point of both the offense and the broader conversation surrounding the team. Despite the challenges, Kaepernick delivered performances that showed his capability. In 3 separate games, he threw for over 300 yards, demonstrating his skill and determination. However, these efforts, while impressive, were not enough to lift the team to victory. Running back Carlos Hyde was another bright spot in an otherwise dim season. Hyde's powerful running style and ability to break through defenses were on full display. He rushed for over 1,000 yards throughout the season, a testament to his consistency and hard work. Yet, like Kaepernick, his individual success did not translate into wins for the team. Week after week, the 49ers took to the field with hopes of turning their season around. But the challenges they faced were multifaceted. Injuries, internal dynamics, and a lack of cohesion on both sides of the ball made each game a steep uphill battle. Despite flashes of promise and moments of brilliance from key players, the team struggled to find the rhythm needed to secure victories. As the season progressed into the colder months, the losses continued to accumulate. The 49ers found themselves in a 13-game losing streak, a tough pill to swallow for a franchise with a storied history. Each game brought new lessons and reflections, but the elusive taste of victory remained just out of reach. By the time December rolled around, the 49ers were grappling with the reality of their position. They finished the season with the worst record in the league, a stark contrast to the heights they had once reached. For the players, coaches, and fans, it was a period of introspection, a time to look inward and consider the path forward. The end of the season marked a moment of pause for the 49ers. With the final whistle, the focus shifted to rebuilding and addressing the challenges that had plagued them. The journey through those months was marked by strong individual efforts, but it underscored the importance of unity and strategy in the quest for success on the field. In early January 2017, the San Francisco 49ers found themselves at a crossroads. The previous seasons had been tumultuous, and the need for fresh leadership was palpable. On January 30th, the 49ers took a significant step forward by appointing John Lynch as their new general manager. Lynch, a former NFL player known for his sharp football mind and leadership qualities, brought a renewed sense of direction to the organization. A few days later, on February 6th, Kyle Shanahan was introduced as the head coach. Shanahan, coming off a successful stint as the offensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons, was known for his innovative offensive schemes. His arrival signaled a new era for the 49ers, one that promised a shift in both philosophy and execution on the field. Together, Lynch and Shanahan formed a tandem that aimed to rebuild the team's identity from the ground up. With the new leadership in place, the focus quickly turned to reshaping the roster. The 49ers had a vision of a team that could compete at the highest level, and this required strategic moves in both the draft and free agency. Lynch and Shanahan worked tirelessly to identify talent that fit their system, aiming to create a balanced team capable of executing Shanahan's complex offensive strategies and a resilient defense that could hold its own. As the months passed, the duo laid the groundwork for the future. They were methodical in their approach, understanding that building a competitive team wouldn't happen overnight. Each decision was made with the long-term success of the franchise in mind. The 49ers were not just looking to win games, they were aiming to establish a sustainable culture of excellence. By October of 2017, the 49ers made a bold move by trading for quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo from the New England Patriots. Garoppolo, who had shown promise as a backup to Tom Brady, was seen as a potential cornerstone for the team's future. His acquisition was a clear indication that the 49ers were serious about their commitment to building a winning team. The arrival of Garoppolo added a new dimension to the 49ers' offensive plans. Shanahan's playbook required a quarterback with a quick release and the ability to make precise reads, and Garoppolo seemed to fit the mold perfectly. His presence injected a sense of optimism among the players and fans alike, as the 49ers looked to turn the page on past struggles. As the year came to a close, the 49ers were in the midst of a transformation. The changes brought by Lynch and Shanahan were beginning to take shape, with a clear strategy in place to guide the team back to prominence. The challenges were many, but there was a shared belief that the foundation being laid would lead to brighter days ahead for the storied franchise. In April 2017, the San Francisco 49ers took a step toward their future by selecting quarterback C.J. Beathard in the third round of the NFL Draft. Beathard, coming from the University of Iowa, was seen as a potential building block. As the new season approached, hopes were cautiously optimistic. The 49ers were in a phase of transition, determined to find their footing after recent challenges. As the season kicked off, the 49ers faced growing pains. The team struggled to find consistency on both sides of the ball. By mid-season, they found themselves with a daunting record of 0 wins and 9 losses. Each game seemed to highlight the areas needing improvement, and despite moments of promise, victories remained elusive. The young roster, including Beathard, showed flashes of potential, but the results on the field weren't matching the effort. The persistent struggles prompted the 49ers management to consider a bold move. On October 30, 2017, the team made a significant trade, acquiring quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo from the New England Patriots. Garoppolo, having spent years as a backup to Tom Brady, carried with him the experience and potential to reshape the 49ers' future. His arrival was a clear signal of the team's commitment to turning the tide. Garoppolo's presence brought a renewed sense of hope and excitement. The team, looking to rebuild its identity, saw him as a cornerstone for future success. The transition was not immediate, as Garoppolo needed time to acclimate to the new system and teammates. However, his reputation for quick decision-making and leadership was exactly what the 49ers needed. On November 26, 2017, Garoppolo made his debut for the 49ers against the Seattle Seahawks. Although the game didn't result in a win, Garoppolo's performance hinted at the potential impact he could have. His poise and skill set provided a glimpse of what the team could achieve with him at the helm. The game marked the beginning of a new chapter, as the 49ers looked to build a competitive squad around their new quarterback. The trade for Garoppolo was more than just a roster change. It was a strategic shift aimed at long-term success. The 49ers were not just looking for immediate wins, but were focused on laying the groundwork for a brighter future. With Garoppolo, they hoped to develop a team capable of competing at the highest levels. As the season continued, the 49ers remained committed to their vision, even as they navigated the challenges of a rebuilding phase. On December 3, 2017, the San Francisco 49ers found themselves in the midst of a season filled with challenges and uncertainty. As they faced the Chicago Bears, there was a quiet anticipation in the air. Jimmy Garoppolo, newly acquired and now starting at quarterback, was the focus of attention. The game unfolded with a tension that kept fans on edge. Garoppolo's presence was felt immediately, as he displayed a calm poise, throwing for over 300 yards. The 49ers edged out a narrow 15-14 victory, a win that was as much about hope as it was about the score. The following week, the 49ers took on the Houston Texans. Garoppolo continued to impress, showing a knack for threading passes with precision. His performance was a bright spot, and the team rallied around his leadership. The 49ers emerged victorious with a decisive 26-16 win. This marked the second consecutive win, and there was a growing sense of optimism. Garoppolo's ability to command the field was beginning to change the team's fortunes. As the season progressed, the 49ers faced the Tennessee Titans in a game that showcased Garoppolo's ability to perform under pressure. In a thrilling contest, Garoppolo once again threw for over 300 yards, leading the team to a nail-biting 25-23 victory. The win was a testament to his growing influence and the team's newfound resilience. With each game, the 49ers were building momentum, and Garoppolo was at the heart of this transformation. On Christmas Eve, the 49ers met the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars, known for their strong defense, posed a significant challenge. Yet Garoppolo rose to the occasion, orchestrating a well-executed offensive strategy. The 49ers emerged victorious with a score of 44-33, marking their fourth consecutive win. The victory was significant, not just for the scoreboard, but for the confidence it instilled within the team and its fans. Garoppolo's presence had sparked a revival, and the 49ers were embracing their newfound identity. The final game of the season saw the 49ers facing the Los Angeles Rams on December 31st. It was a fitting end to a season that had seen its share of ups and downs. Garoppolo delivered another strong performance, leading the 49ers to a 34-13 victory. The win capped off a remarkable 5-game winning streak, a run that had seemed improbable just weeks earlier. The 49ers finished the season with a record of 6 wins and 10 losses, but the late-season success was a beacon of hope. Jimmy Garoppolo's impact was undeniable. His arrival had shifted the narrative, transforming a struggling team into one with promise and potential. The 5-game winning streak was more than a series of victories. It was a glimpse into what the future could hold. As the season came to a close, the San Francisco 49ers and their fans looked to the horizon with renewed optimism, eager to see where this new path might lead. On September 23, 2018, the San Francisco 49ers faced the Kansas City Chiefs in a game that would alter the course of their season. The day started with anticipation, as the 49ers aimed to build on their early performances. With a record of 1 win and 2 losses, the team was eager to find its rhythm. Jimmy Garoppolo, their promising quarterback, was at the helm, and hopes were high for a strong showing. However, the game took a devastating turn in the first quarter. As Garoppolo made a play, he suffered a severe injury to his knee. The stadium fell silent as he was helped off the field, the weight of the moment palpable to players and fans alike. The diagnosis was a torn ACL, a season-ending injury that left the 49ers reeling. The loss of Garoppolo was more than just a blow to their starting lineup. It was a significant setback for the team's offensive strategy and morale. With Garoppolo sidelined, the responsibility of leading the offense fell to backup quarterback C.J. Beathard. Beathard stepped onto the field under challenging circumstances, tasked with rallying a team still absorbing the shock of losing its star quarterback. Despite his efforts, the 49ers struggled to regain their footing against a formidable Chiefs team, ultimately falling short in a difficult contest. The impact of Garoppolo's injury was immediate and profound. His absence was felt in every aspect of the game, from the execution of plays to the overall energy on the field. The 49ers' offensive strategy, once centered around Garoppolo's capabilities, had to be quickly adjusted to accommodate the change in leadership. Beathard, while determined and capable, faced the daunting task of filling the void left by Garoppolo's departure. The game against the Chiefs ended in disappointment for the 49ers, as they fell to a record of 1 win and 3 losses. The road ahead appeared uncertain, with the team needing to regroup and find a way to adapt without their starting quarterback. The injury not only dashed the high hopes with which they had entered the season, but also underscored the challenges of maintaining momentum in the face of unforeseen setbacks. As the 49ers looked to the future, the focus shifted to resilience and adaptation. The loss of Garoppolo was a reminder of the unpredictability of the sport, where fortunes can change in an instant. The team faced the task of redefining its season, rallying around Bithard, and finding new ways to compete. While the road ahead was fraught with challenges, the spirit of determination remained, as the 49ers sought to navigate the remainder of the season with resolve and a renewed sense of purpose. On a cool October day in 2018, the San Francisco 49ers took to the field, determined to make the most of a challenging season. Despite the team's struggles, one player began to shine brightly. George Kittle, the tight end with a knack for finding open spaces, was quietly making a name for himself. The team's record might not have reflected much success, but Kittle's performances were starting to turn heads. As the season unfolded, Kittle became a focal point for the 49ers offense. With quarterback C.J. Beathard and later Nick Mullins at the helm, Kittle found opportunities to showcase his talent. His ability to break tackles and gain yards after the catch made him a reliable target. Week after week, he was a consistent presence, racking up impressive yardage and proving difficult for defenses to contain. The highlight came on December 9, 2018, in a game against the Denver Broncos. On that day, Kittle delivered a performance that would be remembered for years to come. He caught everything that came his way, amassing an astounding 210 receiving yards. His efforts were not just about numbers, they were about precision and skill, catching passes in stride and turning them into substantial gains. It was a breakout game that firmly established him as a key player for the 49ers. Throughout the season, Kittle recorded over 100 receiving yards in 3 different games. Each performance was a testament to his hard work and determination, as he consistently found ways to contribute despite the team's overall struggles. His ability to get open and make big plays became a bright spot in an otherwise difficult year for San Francisco. By the end of the season, George Kittle had set a new franchise record for receiving yards by a tight end, finishing with 1,377 yards. It was a remarkable achievement, especially in a season where victories were hard to come by. The 49ers concluded the year with a record of 4 wins and 12 losses, missing the playoffs, but Kittle's emergence as a top-tier tight end was undeniable. As the year drew to a close, Kittle's performances had solidified his status as one of the league's premier tight ends. His ability to make plays and his relentless energy on the field provided a glimpse of hope for the future. While the season was challenging for the team, Kittle's rise offered a reason for optimism, suggesting that better days might lie ahead for the San Francisco 49ers. On a brisk day in April 2019, the San Francisco 49ers made a pivotal move to bolster their defense. With the 2nd overall pick in the NFL draft, they selected Nick Bosa, a standout defensive end from Ohio State. Bosa was known for his explosive first step and relentless pursuit of quarterbacks. His arrival in San Francisco was seen as a cornerstone for the team's defensive rebuild. The 49ers hoped Bosa would bring a new level of intensity and effectiveness to their pass rush, something that had been lacking in recent seasons. Around the same time, the team orchestrated a trade with the Kansas City Chiefs to acquire Dee Ford, a seasoned pass rusher with a proven track record. Ford's speed off the edge and ability to disrupt opposing offenses made him a valuable addition to the 49ers roster. The combination of Bosa and Ford was designed to create a formidable duo that could pressure quarterbacks consistently, a crucial element for any successful defense. As the offseason progressed, the focus on defense became even more apparent. The coaching staff, led by head coach Kyle Shanahan, emphasized the need for a strong defensive front to complement their offensive strategy. The goal was to create a balanced team capable of competing at the highest level. The additions of Bosa and Ford were central to this vision, providing the 49ers with the tools necessary to challenge opposing offenses more effectively. When the season kicked off in September, the impact of these defensive moves was immediately noticeable. Nick Bosa quickly made his presence felt on the field, recording multiple sacks in his first few games. His ability to penetrate offensive lines and apply pressure on quarterbacks set the tone for the defense. Bosa's rookie season was marked by standout performances that energized the team and its fan base. D. Ford, too, contributed significantly to the defensive effort. His experience and skill were evident as he consistently disrupted plays and forced opponents into making mistakes. The combination of Bosa's youthful energy and Ford's seasoned expertise created a dynamic pass-rushing tandem that proved difficult for opponents to handle. Throughout the early part of the season, the 49ers' defense showed marked improvement. The team's ability to pressure quarterbacks and create turnovers became a defining feature of their play. This defensive resurgence was a key factor in the 49ers' strategy and signaled a shift in their competitive edge. As they moved forward in the season, the influence of Bosa and Ford continued to grow, solidifying their roles as vital components of the team's success. On September 8, 2019, the San Francisco 49ers stepped onto the field for their season opener against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With a sense of renewed vigor, the team displayed a well-rounded performance, leading them to a convincing 31-17 victory. The defense, a focal point of their off-season efforts, quickly showed its teeth by stifling the Buccaneers' offensive advances. This game was just the beginning of a remarkable stretch that would define the early part of their season. The weeks that followed saw the 49ers continue their winning ways, establishing a pattern of dominance that left opponents struggling to keep pace. By the end of the first 8 games, the defense had allowed an average of just 12.8 points per game, a testament to their disciplined and aggressive play. This defense was not just about stopping the run or defending passes. It was about creating pressure and forcing turnovers, making life difficult for any quarterback who dared to challenge them. Quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo, the man orchestrating the offense, was a picture of efficiency and effectiveness. Over this stretch, he threw for 1,254 yards and 10 touchdowns, guiding the team with poise and precision. Garoppolo's ability to read defenses and make smart decisions with the ball was a crucial factor in their offensive success. His connection with key receivers, combined with a solid ground game, kept defenses guessing and on their heels. As the 49ers marched through their schedule, they faced several playoff-bound teams, each presenting its own set of challenges. Yet, game after game, San Francisco found ways to emerge victorious. Their ability to adapt and respond to different styles of play showcased the depth and versatility of the roster. Whether it was a high-scoring affair or a defensive slugfest, the 49ers managed to find the winning formula. The synergy between the offense and defense was palpable, creating a dynamic that was difficult for opponents to counter. The defense's ability to create quick stops and turnovers provided the offense with ample opportunities to capitalize, often resulting in momentum-shifting plays. Meanwhile, the offensive line's protection and the skill position's execution ensured that Garoppolo had the time and space needed to make plays. By the end of November, the San Francisco 49ers stood undefeated, with an impressive 8-0 record. Their early season dominance positioned them as serious contenders in the NFC, drawing attention from fans and analysts alike. The combination of a stifling defense and a creative, efficient offense had set the stage for what could be a memorable season. On December 8, 2019, the San Francisco 49ers faced off against the New Orleans Saints in a thrilling Week 14 matchup. The game was held in the vibrant atmosphere of the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, where fans from both teams filled the stands, eager for a contest that promised excitement. The 49ers, riding high on their impressive season, knew this game would be a true test against the formidable Saints. From the opening kickoff, it was clear that both teams were ready to put on a show. The game quickly evolved into a back-and-forth scoring battle, with each team answering the other's offensive strikes. The Saints, led by the ever-reliable Drew Brees, were relentless in their pursuit of the end zone. Brees connected with his receivers time and again, keeping the pressure on the 49ers' defense. But San Francisco, not to be outdone, responded with equal fervor. Jimmy Garoppolo orchestrated the 49ers' offense, finding opportunities to exploit the Saints' defensive gaps. Amidst this offensive showcase, George Kittle emerged as a standout performer. Kittle, known for his tenacity and skill, became the focal point of the 49ers' passing attack. With each catch, he demonstrated why he was considered one of the premier tight ends in the league. His presence on the field was undeniable, as he consistently found ways to make critical plays. As the game progressed, the tension in the stadium grew. Both teams traded scores, refusing to relent. The 49ers and the Saints were locked in a tight contest, each possession carrying immense weight. With the clock winding down in the fourth quarter, the game remained in the balance. The 49ers, trailing by a narrow margin, needed a spark to keep their hopes alive. In those crucial final minutes, George Kittle delivered one of the most memorable plays of the season. On a pivotal fourth down, Garoppolo looked to his trusted tight end. Kittle, with defenders draped over him, made a remarkable 39-yard reception, dragging would-be tacklers with him and refusing to be brought down easily. His determination and strength on that play were a testament to his relentless spirit and skill. Kittle's clutch reception set up the 49ers in prime position for a game-winning field goal. As Robbie Gould lined up for the kick, the tension was palpable. The ball sailed through the uprights, securing a thrilling 48-46 victory for San Francisco. The 49ers sideline erupted in celebration, knowing they had emerged victorious in a hard-fought battle against a worthy opponent. George Kittle's performance in New Orleans not only contributed significantly to the team's victory, but also solidified his reputation as a key playmaker for the 49ers. His ability to rise to the occasion in critical moments underscored his importance to the team and left an indelible mark on the season. On January 19, 2020, the San Francisco 49ers faced the Green Bay Packers in the NFC Championship game at Levi's Stadium. The air was filled with anticipation as fans packed the stands, eager to witness a clash that would determine the NFC's representative in the Super Bowl. The 49ers, with their strong season, were determined to make their mark. From the opening whistle, the 49ers established their dominance. Raheem Mostert, the running back who had steadily emerged as a key player, quickly became the focal point of San Francisco's offensive strategy. With each carry, Mostert sliced through the Packers' defense, showcasing his speed and vision. His performance was nothing short of spectacular, as he rushed for 220 yards. This display of athleticism and endurance set a franchise record for rushing yards in a playoff game, leaving fans and commentators alike in awe. Mostert's impact was felt early and often. He found the end zone 4 times, each touchdown a testament to his determination and the effectiveness of the 49ers' offensive line. The Packers, despite their efforts, struggled to contain him. Every time Mostert touched the ball, it seemed as though he was capable of breaking away for a significant gain. His performance was a key factor in building a lead that the 49ers would not relinquish. While Mostert was the star on offense, the 49ers' defense quietly played a pivotal role in securing the victory. They limited the Packers to just 20 points, effectively stifling Green Bay's attempts to mount a comeback. The defensive unit, known for its resilience and tenacity, held firm against the Packers' offensive threats. Their ability to pressure the quarterback and disrupt plays was evident throughout the game. As the final whistle blew, the scoreboard read 37-20 in favor of the 49ers. The victory was decisive, and the celebrations on the field reflected the magnitude of the achievement. For the first time since 2012, the San Francisco 49ers were heading to the Super Bowl. The players, coaches, and fans all reveled in the moment, aware of the significance of returning to the championship stage. Raheem Mostert's performance in the NFC Championship game was a defining moment in his career. His ability to rise to the occasion and deliver under pressure was a testament to his skill and preparation. The victory over the Packers not only secured a Super Bowl berth, but also highlighted the 49ers' status as a formidable force in the NFL. On February 2, 2020, the San Francisco 49ers took the field against the Kansas City Chiefs in Super Bowl LAV. The atmosphere was electric, with fans from both sides filling the stadium. The 49ers, fresh off their NFC Championship win, were poised and ready for the challenge. As the game began, the 49ers quickly established themselves. Their defense, known for its tenacity, applied pressure on the Chiefs' quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. The first half was a tight contest, with both teams exchanging blows. The 49ers managed to find their rhythm, and by halftime, the score was tied at 10 apiece. Quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo, leading the offense, connected with his receivers, keeping the 49ers in the game. The third quarter saw the 49ers gaining momentum. Garoppolo found his groove, orchestrating a drive that culminated in a touchdown, giving the 49ers a 10-point lead. The scoreboard read 20-10, and the 49ers fans were on their feet, sensing a championship within reach. The defense continued to hold strong, limiting the Chiefs' explosive plays and maintaining their lead as the clock ticked down. However, the fourth quarter brought a shift in the game's dynamic. The Chiefs, known for their resilience, began mounting a comeback. Mahomes, displaying his signature poise, started connecting with his playmakers. The 49ers' defense, which had been so effective, suddenly found themselves on their heels. The Chiefs closed the gap, scoring a touchdown to bring the score within 3 points. As the game wore on, the pressure intensified. Mahomes, showcasing his MVP-caliber talent, led another drive that ended in the end zone. The Chiefs had taken the lead, and the 49ers were now trailing. Garoppolo and the offense took the field, determined to regain control. Despite their efforts, the Chiefs' defense held firm, stifling the 49ers' attempts to respond. With time running out, the Chiefs struck once more, extending their lead. The score now stood at 31-20, and the 49ers' hopes were dimming. The final minutes ticked away, and the realization set in. The 49ers, after leading for much of the game, had been overtaken by a relentless Chiefs team. As the final whistle blew, the 49ers were left to grapple with the outcome. The loss was a bitter pill to swallow, marking a painful end to their championship aspirations. Patrick Mahomes, with his pivotal role in the comeback, was named Super Bowl MVP. For the 49ers, the journey had ended in heartbreak, but their efforts and resilience throughout the season remained a testament to their strength and determination. In early September of 2020, the San Francisco 49ers began their season with optimism, but by the second week, the mood shifted dramatically. During a game against the New York Jets, Nick Bosa, the team's star defensive end, suffered a torn ACL. The injury was a significant blow to the 49ers' defense, as Bosa was a key player known for his relentless pursuit and game-changing plays. The loss of Bosa reverberated throughout the team, casting a shadow over their aspirations for the season. In the same game, quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo sustained an ankle injury. Initially, there was hope that Garoppolo could return quickly, but the injury proved more troublesome than expected. His limited availability forced the team to rely on backup quarterbacks, disrupting the offensive rhythm and consistency. Without their starting quarterback, the 49ers struggled to find their footing in a highly competitive league. As the season progressed, the challenges compounded. By week 8, another setback hit the team. George Kittle, the dynamic tight end known for his versatility and energy, suffered a foot injury that landed him on injured reserve. Kittle's absence was deeply felt, as he was not only a critical target in the passing game, but also a leader on and off the field. His injury further strained an already depleted roster. The mounting injuries took a toll on the 49ers' performance. The team fought hard, but the loss of key players created gaps that were difficult to fill. Each game presented new challenges as they tried to adapt to the changing lineup. Despite their best efforts, the season became a series of uphill battles. By the end of the season, the 49ers finished with a record of 6-10. It was a disappointing outcome for a team that had entered the year with high hopes of contending once again. The injuries had not only affected their win-loss record, but also tested the depth and resilience of the entire roster. Missing the playoffs was a tough pill to swallow for a franchise accustomed to competing at the highest level. As the season drew to a close, the focus naturally began to shift toward recovery and rebuilding. The injuries had exposed vulnerabilities, but they also underscored the importance of depth and adaptability. With an off-season ahead, the 49ers faced the challenge of healing, both physically and in spirit, while planning for a future that would hopefully restore them to their former competitive stature. On November 28, 2020, the San Francisco 49ers faced an unexpected challenge. Santa Clara County, where the team was based, implemented a ban on contact sports due to COVID-19 concerns. This decision forced the 49ers to make a difficult choice: relocate their operations to Arizona. The move was not a simple task, as it involved transporting the entire team, staff, and equipment to State Farm Stadium in Glendale. The abrupt change disrupted the team's usual routines, adding another layer of complexity to an already challenging season. By December 7, 2020, the 49ers were settling into their temporary home in Arizona. Their first game at State Farm Stadium was against the Buffalo Bills. The match proved to be a tough test for the 49ers, who were still adjusting to their new environment. Despite a strong effort, they fell short, losing 34-24. The loss highlighted the difficulties the team faced in maintaining focus and performance amidst the upheaval. The relocation to Arizona had far-reaching effects beyond just the games. The team's practices and daily routines were altered significantly. Players and coaches had to adapt to new travel schedules and living arrangements, which affected their preparation and recovery. The change in venue also meant the 49ers were playing home games away from their local fan base, adding to the sense of dislocation. Throughout the remaining weeks of the regular season, the 49ers continued to grapple with these challenges. The logistics of operating away from their usual facilities tested the team's resilience. They had to find ways to keep the team's spirit and focus alive, despite the lack of familiar surroundings and the ongoing injuries that had already impacted their roster. As the season progressed, the 49ers tried to make the best of their situation in Arizona. The temporary move was a necessary adaptation to the circumstances, but it was not without its toll. The team worked hard to maintain a sense of normalcy and cohesion, even as they faced the reality of playing in a different state. By the end of the regular season, the 49ers' time in Arizona had come to an end. The experience had been a testament to the team's ability to adapt and persevere in the face of adversity. Though the challenges were many, the 49ers managed to navigate this period with determination and a focus on the future. On March 26, 2021, the San Francisco 49ers made a bold move in the NFL draft by trading up to secure the third overall pick. This decision reflected the team's commitment to finding a new cornerstone for their future. The move was a strategic gamble, one that carried the hopes of reshaping the franchise's trajectory. By April 29, the anticipation had reached its peak as the 49ers announced their selection. They chose Trey, a quarterback from North Dakota State University. Lance was known for his strong arm, athleticism, and the potential to develop into a franchise quarterback. His selection was a statement of intent, signaling a shift towards a new era for the team. Despite the excitement surrounding Lance, Jimmy Garoppolo retained the starting quarterback position as the team prepared for the upcoming season. The plan was to allow Lance time to learn and adjust to the NFL's demands. This decision underscored the 49ers' commitment to a measured approach in developing their new talent. The draft was more than just a selection. It was a pivotal moment for the organization. It marked the beginning of a new chapter, one filled with promise and potential. The 49ers' choice to invest in Lance highlighted their belief in his ability to lead the team in the future. As the season approached, the focus was on how Lance would integrate into the team's dynamics and how his presence would shape the 49ers' strategies. The months following the draft were a period of preparation and adjustment. The team worked to integrate Lance into their system while maintaining their competitive edge with Garoppolo at the helm. The balance between nurturing new talent and leveraging existing experience was delicate but crucial for the 49ers' success. As the offseason progressed, the 49ers' decision to draft Lance continued to be a topic of discussion. The potential he brought to the team was undeniable, and his development was closely watched by fans and analysts alike. The draft had set the stage for what many hoped would be a revitalized and dynamic era for the San Francisco 49ers. On January 9, 2022, the San Francisco 49ers faced a pivotal moment in their season, meeting the Los Angeles Rams in a must-win game at SoFi Stadium. The stakes were high, as a playoff berth hung in the balance for the 49ers. The Rams, a formidable opponent, began the game with a commanding presence, quickly building a 17-point lead. The 49ers found themselves in a dire situation, needing to summon resilience and determination to keep their playoff hopes alive. Quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo took charge, guiding the 49ers with precision and poise. Despite the pressure, he maintained his composure, orchestrating a series of drives that chipped away at the Rams' lead. Garoppolo's performance was crucial, as he threw for 316 yards and 1 touchdown, demonstrating his ability to lead in high-pressure situations. As the game progressed, the 49ers' offense began to find its rhythm. Wide receiver Deebo Samuel emerged as a key playmaker, showcasing his versatility and tenacity. In the fourth quarter, with the game hanging in the balance, Samuel delivered a crucial touchdown, tying the game and swinging the momentum in favor of the 49ers. His performance was instrumental in the team's comeback, highlighting his importance to the 49ers' offensive strategy. The contest intensified as it moved into overtime, with both teams battling fiercely for control. The 49ers, fueled by their comeback, displayed grit and determination. Their defense, having regrouped after the early setbacks, held firm against the Rams' advances. The tension in the stadium was palpable as each play carried significant weight. In the end, it was the 49ers who emerged victorious, securing a 27-24 win in overtime. The victory was a testament to their resilience and ability to rise to the occasion when it mattered most. With this win, the 49ers clinched a playoff berth, a reward for their perseverance throughout the challenging encounter. The game against the Rams was more than just a win. It was a defining moment for the 49ers season. It showcased their ability to overcome adversity and highlighted the contributions of key players like Garoppolo and Samuel. As the final whistle blew, the 49ers celebrated a hard-fought victory, knowing they had earned their place in the postseason. On January 16, 2022, the San Francisco 49ers faced the Dallas Cowboys in the NFC wildcard round. The game was held at AT&T Stadium, and the atmosphere was electric, with fans from both sides eager to see their teams advance in the playoffs. The Cowboys came into the game as favorites, but the 49ers were determined to prove their mettle. From the opening whistle, the 49ers showed their intent. Running back Elijah Mitchell played a crucial role, steadily gaining yards and keeping the chains moving. Mitchell rushed for 96 yards and scored a touchdown, showcasing his ability to find gaps in the Cowboys' defense. His performance provided a solid foundation for the 49ers' offensive efforts. The 49ers' defense was equally formidable, applying pressure on the Cowboys' quarterback and disrupting their rhythm. They forced 2 turnovers, including a critical interception that shifted the momentum in favor of San Francisco. This defensive prowess was a testament to the team's preparation and focus as they capitalized on the Cowboys' mistakes. As the game progressed, the tension mounted. Both teams exchanged blows, with neither side willing to concede ground. The Cowboys managed to keep the score close, but the 49ers' defense remained resolute. In the closing minutes, the 49ers found themselves in a position where a strong defensive stand was needed to secure the win. San Francisco's defense rose to the occasion, thwarting the Cowboys' final drive and sealing the victory. The 49ers' ability to hold firm under pressure was a defining moment in the game, demonstrating their grit and determination. With the final score at 23-17, the 49ers emerged victorious, advancing to the divisional round of the playoffs. The win was significant for the 49ers, as it showcased their ability to upset a favored opponent on the road. Elijah Mitchell's contributions on offense and the defense's critical plays were central to their success. As the team celebrated their hard-earned victory, they knew that their journey in the postseason was just beginning, with more challenges ahead. On January 22, 2022, the San Francisco 49ers traveled to the storied Lambeau Field to face the Green Bay Packers in the NFC divisional round. The weather was frigid, with snow flurries adding to the atmosphere, a classic setting for a playoff battle. The Packers, led by their seasoned quarterback, were a formidable opponent, but the 49ers arrived with determination and grit. The game started with the Packers seizing an early lead. Their offense, efficient and precise, managed to score a touchdown in the first quarter. The 49ers' defense, however, quickly tightened, determined not to let the game slip away. They held firm, allowing only a field goal for the remainder of the game. The 49ers' defense, a force throughout the season, rose to the occasion, keeping the Packers at bay and preventing any further scoring. Their efforts were crucial in maintaining a manageable scoreline. As the game progressed, the 49ers' offense faced challenges, moving the ball against a stout Packers defense. Points were hard to come by, and the 49ers found themselves needing a spark. That moment came in the form of special teams. In the fourth quarter, with time ticking away and the Packers punting from deep in their territory, San Francisco's special teams unit made a game-changing play. Jordan Willis broke through the line, blocking the punt. The ball bounced into the end zone, where Willis managed to recover it for a touchdown. This stunning play electrified the 49ers and shifted the momentum decisively in their favor. With the game tied, both teams fought for control. The 49ers' defense continued to stifle the Packers, forcing them into difficult positions and keeping their potent offense from finding a rhythm. On offense, the 49ers methodically worked their way down the field, setting up a potential game-winning scenario. As the final seconds ticked down, Robbie Gould, the veteran kicker, stepped onto the field. The tension was palpable, each breath visible in the cold air. With a calm demeanor, Gould lined up and sent the ball sailing through the uprights. The field goal was good, sealing a 13-10 victory for the 49ers. This hard-fought win was a testament to the team's resilience and ability to seize key moments. The blocked punt by Jordan Willis and the clutch kick by Robbie Gould were pivotal in overcoming a challenging opponent in adverse conditions. The victory not only secured the 49ers' place in the NFC Championship game, but also highlighted their determination and teamwork. As the final whistle blew, the 49ers celebrated a memorable triumph on the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field, ready for the next challenge. On January 30th, 2022, the San Francisco 49ers clashed with the Los Angeles Rams in the NFC Championship game. The air was filled with tension as both teams took to the field, each aiming for a coveted spot in the Super Bowl. The 49ers, known for their grit and determination, were up against a Rams squad led by the seasoned quarterback, Matthew Stafford. The game began with the 49ers taking control. They methodically built a lead, showcasing their defensive prowess and offensive efficiency. By the time the third quarter ended, the 49ers were ahead with a score of 17-7. The team's defense was particularly effective, disrupting the Rams' rhythm and limiting their scoring opportunities. As the fourth quarter unfolded, the Rams found themselves in need of a spark to reignite their hopes. It was during this critical phase that a pivotal moment occurred. Jaquiski Tartt, a key figure in the 49ers secondary, found himself in position for an interception that could have further solidified San Francisco's lead. However, the ball slipped through his fingers, a momentary lapse that would prove costly. Seizing the opportunity, the Rams capitalized on the shift in momentum. Matthew Stafford, with his characteristic poise, led his team down the field. The Rams chipped away at the deficit, inching closer with every play. The 49ers' defense, which had held strong for much of the game, was now facing relentless pressure. With the score narrowing, Stafford connected with his reliable wide receiver, Cooper Kupp, for a game-changing touchdown. This score gave the Rams their first lead since the game's early stages. The Los Angeles crowd erupted, sensing a comeback victory was within reach. The 49ers, now trailing 20-17, were left with dwindling time to respond. Despite their best efforts, they struggled to regain their earlier momentum. The Rams' defense tightened, closing off lanes and applying pressure on San Francisco's offense. As the final whistle blew, the scoreboard reflected a hard-fought battle. The Rams emerged victorious with a score of 20-17. For the 49ers, the loss marked the end of their postseason journey, a bittersweet conclusion to a season filled with promise and determination. On August 26, 2022, the San Francisco 49ers made a notable decision. Trey Lance, the young quarterback with immense potential, was named the starting quarterback. This move signaled a shift in the team's approach, as they looked to Lance to lead them into a new era. The decision was not taken lightly, as it meant placing their trust in the hands of a relatively inexperienced player. However, the organization saw something special in Lance and believed in his ability to guide the team. As the days of summer training camp unfolded, the 49ers worked diligently to craft an offensive strategy suited to Lance's strengths. The coaching staff focused on tailoring the playbook to leverage his athleticism and arm talent. There was a palpable sense of excitement surrounding the team as they embraced the potential that Lance brought to the table. The players rallied around their new leader, eager to see how the young quarterback would perform on the grand stage. The anticipation built as the season opener approached. On September 11, 2022, the 49ers took the field against the Chicago Bears. It was a momentous occasion, marking Lance's first start as the team's quarterback. The game was played under gray skies, with a steady drizzle falling over Soldier Field. The conditions were less than ideal, but the 49ers were determined to make a strong impression. As the game progressed, the 49ers found themselves in a tough battle. The Bears' defense proved to be a formidable challenge, applying pressure and disrupting the rhythm of San Francisco's offense. Lance, despite his best efforts, faced difficulties in finding his footing. The Bears' defensive line was relentless, and the wet conditions added another layer of complexity to the rookie's debut. By the end of the fourth quarter, the 49ers fell short, losing to the Bears with a final score of 19-10. It was a disappointing outcome for the team, but there were glimpses of promise in Lance's performance. He showed flashes of his potential, making several impressive throws and displaying poise under pressure. The organization remained optimistic, viewing this game as a stepping stone in Lance's development. The loss did not dampen the 49ers' confidence in their young quarterback. They recognized the challenges of transitioning to the starting role and understood that growth takes time. The team continued to express their belief in Lance's capabilities, focusing on the positives and looking forward to the journey ahead. As the season continued, the 49ers remained committed to building around their new leader, hopeful for the future he could bring. On September 18, 2022, Trey Lance took the field with the San Francisco 49ers against the Seattle Seahawks. The team had high hopes for the young quarterback, but fate had other plans. During the game, Lance suffered a severe ankle injury. The injury was a crushing blow, not only to Lance but to the entire 49ers organization. As he was carted off the field, the weight of the season seemed to shift. Jimmy Garoppolo, a familiar face to 49ers fans, stepped back into the spotlight. The veteran quarterback, known for his calm demeanor and leadership, took over the reins. For Garoppolo, it was an opportunity to guide the team once again, bringing stability during a tumultuous time. His experience was evident as he managed the game, helping the 49ers secure a win against the Seahawks. The final score was 27-7, a testament to the team's resilience. With Garoppolo at the helm, the 49ers embarked on a winning streak. They faced the Denver Broncos next, and Garoppolo's steady hand was crucial. The game was a defensive battle, but the 49ers emerged victorious, winning 11-10. Garoppolo's ability to manage the game and make key plays when needed was a comforting presence for the team. The momentum continued as the 49ers took on the Los Angeles Rams. Garoppolo's confidence seemed to grow with each snap. The offense clicked, and the defense held strong, resulting in a 24-9 victory. The team was finding its rhythm, and Garoppolo was at the heart of it, orchestrating drives with precision. As October turned to November, the 49ers faced the Carolina Panthers. The offense was firing on all cylinders, and Garoppolo's connection with his receivers was evident. The final score of 37-15 reflected the team's dominance. With 4 consecutive wins under their belt, the 49ers were riding high, buoyed by Garoppolo's leadership. However, challenges awaited. On December 4, during a game against the Miami Dolphins, Garoppolo suffered a foot injury. It was a moment that brought uncertainty back into the fold. The injury, while not as severe as Lance's, was enough to limit Garoppolo's availability for the remainder of the season. The 49ers had to once again adjust, relying on their depth and resilience. Despite the setback, the team remained focused. The impact of Garoppolo's return was undeniable, as he had helped stabilize the 49ers during a critical stretch. His ability to guide the team through adversity had been invaluable. As the season continued, the 49ers drew on the strength and experience that Garoppolo had instilled, determined to face whatever challenges lay ahead. On December 4, 2022, the San Francisco 49ers took the field against the Miami Dolphins. It was a day that would become memorable for a young quarterback named Brock Purdy. The rookie was thrust into the spotlight, leading the team as they sought to extend their winning streak. The afternoon sun shone brightly on the field, and the anticipation was palpable among fans and players alike. Brock Purdy, with a sense of calm beyond his years, stepped up to the challenge. From the first snap, his composure was evident. The Dolphins' defense tried to unsettle him, but Purdy remained unfazed. His passes were sharp, finding their mark with precision. The confidence in his arm was clear as he connected with his receivers, moving the chains and gaining ground steadily. As the game unfolded, Purdy threw for 210 yards, delivering 2 touchdown passes. Each throw seemed to build momentum, and with every completed pass, his teammates rallied around him. The 49ers' offense, under Purdy's guidance, found its rhythm. The crowd could feel the energy as the team marched down the field. On the other side of the ball, the 49ers' defense played with intensity. They knew the importance of supporting their rookie quarterback. The defensive line pressured the Dolphins, forcing mistakes and creating opportunities. The chemistry between the offense and defense was seamless, each unit feeding off the other's success. As the clock ticked down, the 49ers maintained their lead, eventually securing a victory with a score of 33-17. The win was a testament to the team's depth and resilience, especially amid the injuries that had plagued them. It was a moment of triumph, not just for Purdy, but for the entire organization. Purdy's performance on this day was more than just numbers on a stat sheet. It was a statement, a declaration that he was ready to embrace the role of starting quarterback. His poise and leadership set a tone that resonated throughout the team. The victory extended the 49ers' winning streak to 5 games, a sign of their growing confidence and unity. As the team celebrated in the locker room, there was a sense of optimism about what lay ahead. Brock Purdy had stepped into his role with grace, and his teammates recognized the potential for something special. The win against the Dolphins was a defining moment in a season filled with challenges, and it solidified Purdy's place as a key figure in the 49ers' journey. On December 11, 2022, the San Francisco 49ers faced the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in what would become a memorable contest. The focus was on Brock Purdy, the young quarterback who had quickly become a central figure for the team. The matchup against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers was more than just another game. It was an opportunity for Purdy to demonstrate his growing confidence and ability to lead. As the game began, the 49ers took control early. Brock Purdy, showing remarkable composure, orchestrated the offense with precision. His passes were crisp and accurate, helping his team move steadily down the field. Purdy threw for 185 yards and connected for 2 touchdowns, a performance that underscored his emerging talent. The Buccaneers struggled to keep up with the 49ers' pace, and the game ended with a decisive 35-7 victory for San Francisco. Just a few days later, on December 15th, the 49ers traveled to face the Seattle Seahawks. This game was another test for Purdy and his teammates. The Seahawks, known for their competitive spirit, presented a formidable challenge. However, the 49ers remained focused and disciplined. Purdy continued to lead the offense effectively, and the defense played with intensity, limiting Seattle's opportunities. The 49ers secured a 21-13 win, further extending their winning streak and building momentum. The final game of this stretch came on December 25th, when the 49ers took on the Arizona Cardinals. It was a game filled with energy and excitement, as the 49ers sought to close out the regular season on a high note. Once again, Brock Purdy was at the center of the action. He directed the offense with confidence, making key plays and finding his receivers with ease. The defense complemented his efforts by holding the Cardinals in check. The result was a commanding 38-13 victory for the 49ers. Throughout these games, the San Francisco 49ers demonstrated a balance of offensive prowess and defensive strength. Brock Purdy's leadership was evident, as he guided the team through each challenge with poise. The victories over the Buccaneers, Seahawks, and Cardinals highlighted the team's readiness for the playoffs. The 7-game winning streak at the end of the regular season was a testament to their determination and resilience. As the calendar turned to January, the 49ers stood as a formidable contender, with Brock Purdy having firmly established himself as a capable leader on the field. The confidence within the team was palpable, and the fans could sense that something special was unfolding. The regular season had set the stage for what promised to be an exciting postseason journey. On January 14, 2023, the San Francisco 49ers took the field against the Seattle Seahawks in the NFC wildcard round. The atmosphere was charged with anticipation, as Brock Purdy, the rookie quarterback, prepared to make his playoff debut. The stakes were high, and the young quarterback was ready to prove his mettle. From the outset, the 49ers displayed a level of poise and determination that set the tone for the game. Brock Purdy commanded the offense with a blend of confidence and precision, orchestrating a series of impressive drives. His ability to read the defense and deliver accurate throws was evident as he connected for 3 touchdowns. By the end of the game, Purdy had amassed 332 passing yards, a testament to his growing prowess on the field. Christian McCaffrey played a pivotal role in supporting Purdy's efforts, showcasing his versatility and skill. The running back rushed for 119 yards, weaving through the Seahawks' defense with agility and strength. His performance was capped by a crucial touchdown that further solidified the 49ers' lead. Deebo Samuel, known for his explosive playmaking ability, added another layer to the 49ers' dynamic offense. He contributed with 133 receiving yards and a touchdown, consistently finding ways to create opportunities and break through the Seahawks' coverage. Samuel's presence on the field was a constant threat, keeping the defense on its heels. The game unfolded with the 49ers maintaining control, their offensive unit firing on all cylinders. The Seahawks, despite their efforts, struggled to contain the relentless pace set by San Francisco. As the final whistle blew, the scoreboard read 41-23, marking a decisive victory for the 49ers. This triumph not only advanced the team to the next round of the playoffs, but also marked their first playoff win since the 2019 season. The win was a significant moment for the 49ers, a testament to their hard work and resilience throughout the season. Brock Purdy's standout performance in his playoff debut was a highlight, underscoring his potential as a key figure for the franchise. As the team celebrated their victory, there was a palpable sense of momentum and confidence that would carry them forward into the next challenge. On January 22, 2023, the San Francisco 49ers lined up against the Dallas Cowboys in the NFC divisional round. The air was thick with anticipation, as the teams prepared for a clash that promised intensity and drama. The 49ers, buoyed by their recent success, were ready to face a formidable opponent in the Cowboys. The game unfolded as a defensive battle, with both teams showcasing their grit and determination. Brock Purdy, the 49ers rookie quarterback, took the field with a steady presence. He managed to throw for 214 yards, navigating the Cowboys' defense with caution and precision. Though he didn't record a touchdown, his ability to maintain composure under pressure was evident. The real story of the game, however, was the 49ers' defense. They played with remarkable tenacity, disrupting the Cowboys' offensive rhythm at every turn. The defense recorded 3 crucial sacks, applying consistent pressure on Dallas quarterback Dak Prescott. Their efforts were further highlighted by 2 pivotal interceptions, which halted promising drives by the Cowboys and shifted momentum in favor of San Francisco. Throughout the game, the Cowboys struggled to find their footing, with missed opportunities haunting their efforts. Dallas kicker Brett Maher missed an extra point and 2 field goals, adding to their woes and keeping the score within reach for the 49ers. Each missed kick felt like a lost chance, amplifying the tension on the field. As the game progressed, the 49ers' defense continued to stand strong, thwarting the Cowboys' attempts to mount a comeback. The team held their ground, maintaining a narrow lead that showcased their resilience and strategic discipline. It was a game defined by defensive prowess, where every tackle and interception carried weight. When the final whistle blew, the scoreboard read 19-12 in favor of the 49ers. It was a hard-fought victory, earned through grit and determination. The win secured San Francisco's place in the NFC Championship game, marking another step in their playoff journey. The 49ers walked off the field with a sense of accomplishment, knowing they had battled through a challenging contest and emerged victorious. On January 29, 2023, the San Francisco 49ers took the field against the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC Championship game. The atmosphere was charged with anticipation, as both teams prepared for a chance to advance to the Super Bowl. The 49ers, coming off a gritty victory against the Dallas Cowboys, were eager to continue their playoff run. The game began with the 49ers lining up with their rookie quarterback Brock Purdy, leading the charge. Early in the first quarter, Purdy faced a formidable Eagles defense. On a critical play, he dropped back to pass, looking for an opening. As he released the ball, an Eagles defender closed in, and Purdy was hit hard. The impact left him clutching his elbow, pain etched across his face. It was clear something was wrong. Medical staff rushed onto the field, attending to Purdy. The crowd watched in hushed concern as he was helped to the sideline. The diagnosis came swiftly: a torn ulnar collateral ligament. The injury was severe, and Purdy's day was over. The 49ers' hopes now rested on the shoulders of backup quarterback Josh Johnson. Johnson, thrust into the spotlight, faced a daunting task. The Eagles seized the moment, sensing vulnerability. They ramped up their offensive efforts, quickly exploiting the sudden change. Philadelphia's attack was relentless. They moved the ball with precision, capitalizing on every opportunity. The 49ers' defense, though resilient, struggled to contain the surge. As the game wore on, the Eagles found their rhythm. They scored 28 unanswered points, each touchdown widening the gap. The 49ers, despite their best efforts, couldn't match the pace. Johnson, battling against the odds, tried to rally his team. But the challenge was immense, and the Eagles' defense held firm. The final whistle blew, and the scoreboard reflected a decisive 31-7 victory for Philadelphia. The 49ers, who had fought so valiantly throughout the playoffs, saw their journey end. The loss was a bitter pill to swallow, especially with Purdy sidelined so early in the contest. Walking off the field, the 49ers carried the weight of what might have been. Their playoff hopes dashed, they turned their gaze towards the future, knowing that the lessons from this season would shape their path ahead. The Eagles, on the other hand, celebrated their triumph, one step closer to the ultimate prize. On March 27, 2023, the San Francisco 49ers made a pivotal announcement, naming Brock Purdy as their starting quarterback. The decision was a clear signal of the team's faith in Purdy's potential to lead their offense. It came after a season where Purdy had shown flashes of brilliance, despite facing a challenging end to his rookie campaign with an elbow injury. The announcement was met with anticipation, as fans and analysts alike looked forward to seeing how Purdy would develop in this prominent role. Meanwhile, the team was navigating the aftermath of Purdy's injury. He had undergone surgery on his elbow, a necessary step in ensuring his full recovery. The organization was optimistic about his rehabilitation process, and Purdy himself was focused on regaining his strength and form. Throughout the offseason, reports from training sessions suggested that Purdy was progressing well, with the coaching staff closely monitoring his recovery. In early April, another significant move unfolded. On April 10th, the 49ers completed a trade, sending quarterback Trey to the Dallas Cowboys. This decision marked a strategic shift for the team, as they aimed to solidify their quarterback position around Purdy. Lance, who had been a high-profile draft pick, was now set to continue his career in Dallas. The trade was a topic of considerable discussion, with many weighing in on its implications for both teams involved. The 49ers management expressed confidence in their choice to build around Purdy. They believed his performance potential and leadership qualities would be key to their future success. The organization was committed to supporting him with a strong roster and a cohesive offensive strategy. As the offseason continued, the focus was on preparing Purdy for the upcoming challenges of the new season. Purdy's recovery and preparation were closely watched by fans and media. The team's faith in him was evident, and there was a sense of excitement about what he could achieve as the starting quarterback. As the offseason progressed, the 49ers worked diligently to integrate Purdy into their plans, ensuring he was ready to take on the mantle of leadership when the new season began. On October 8, 2023, the San Francisco 49ers faced off against the Dallas Cowboys in a primetime game that had everyone buzzing. The anticipation for this matchup was palpable, with fans eager to see how the 49ers would perform against a strong Dallas team. As the game unfolded, it became clear that the 49ers were ready to make a statement. Brock Purdy, the young quarterback who had been named the starting quarterback earlier in the year, took control of the game with confidence. He threw for 252 yards and connected for 4 touchdowns, demonstrating his ability to lead the offense with precision and poise. Purdy's performance was a key factor in the 49ers' commanding victory, and it was clear that he had settled comfortably into his role as the team's leader on the field. Christian McCaffrey, the dynamic running back, was another standout in this game. He rushed for 134 yards and added a touchdown to his impressive performance. McCaffrey's ability to find gaps in the defense and break through for significant gains kept the Cowboys on their heels throughout the game. His contributions were crucial to the team's offensive success, providing a balanced attack that kept the Dallas defense guessing. The 49ers' defense also played a pivotal role in the victory. They recorded 4 sacks and 1 interception, effectively stifling the Cowboys' offensive efforts. The defensive line applied consistent pressure, disrupting the rhythm of the Dallas offense and forcing them into mistakes. The interception was a turning point in the game, halting a promising drive by the Cowboys and shifting the momentum firmly in favor of the 49ers. As the final whistle blew, the scoreboard read 42-10 in favor of the 49ers. This dominant performance against a formidable opponent was a clear indication of the team's strength on both sides of the ball. The victory highlighted the 49ers' status as a top contender in the league, and it left fans and analysts alike excited for what this team could achieve in the coming weeks. The win against the Cowboys was more than just another victory. It was a demonstration of the 49ers' potential and a testament to their hard work and preparation. With Purdy leading the charge, and key players like McCaffrey and the defense stepping up, the 49ers had shown that they were a force to be reckoned with in the NFL. In the early days of the 2023 NFL season, Christian McCaffrey of the San Francisco 49ers began a scoring streak that would capture the attention of fans and analysts alike. From the very first week, McCaffrey found his way into the end zone, setting the tone for what would become a remarkable run of consistency and excellence. Week after week, McCaffrey showcased his talent and determination. Whether it was through his agile footwork, his ability to read defenses, or his sheer speed, he managed to score a touchdown in every game up to Week 17. This feat not only highlighted his individual brilliance, but also underscored the effectiveness of the 49ers' offensive strategy, which placed McCaffrey at the heart of their game plan. As the weeks passed, McCaffrey became the first player in the history of the San Francisco 49ers to score in 17 consecutive games. This achievement was no small feat, considering the physical demands and strategic complexities of the NFL. With each game, McCaffrey accumulated yards both on the ground and through the air, totaling over 1,500 for the season. His versatility and endurance were evident, as he consistently delivered performances that lifted his team and excited fans. The impact of McCaffrey's scoring streak was felt beyond individual statistics. The 49ers' offense, fueled by his contributions, ranked among the top in the league in scoring. His presence on the field forced opposing defenses to adjust their strategies, often creating opportunities for his teammates to capitalize on. The synergy between McCaffrey and the rest of the offense was a key component of their success, allowing the team to execute explosive plays and maintain a high level of performance throughout the season. As the season progressed, McCaffrey's consistent scoring solidified his position as one of the premier running backs in the NFL. His ability to deliver under pressure and his knack for finding the end zone became trademarks of his play. Each touchdown added to his growing legacy, reinforcing his reputation as a reliable and dynamic player capable of changing the course of a game with a single play. By the end of the regular season, McCaffrey's streak stood as a testament to his skill, preparation, and resilience. It was a run that not only set records but also inspired his teammates and thrilled the 49ers fanbase. His performance was a crucial factor in the team's overall success, providing a foundation upon which they could build as they looked toward the challenges of the postseason. On December 3, 2023, the San Francisco 49ers traveled to Philadelphia for a highly anticipated rematch against the Eagles. The air was crisp, and the stakes were high as fans filled the stadium, eager to see how the 49ers would fare against a formidable opponent. From the opening kickoff, it was clear that the 49ers came prepared to showcase their growth and resilience. Quarterback Brock Purdy, whose confidence had been building throughout the season, took command early. He orchestrated the offense with precision, threading passes through tight windows and keeping the Eagles' defense on their heels. Purdy's calm demeanor belied the pressure of the moment, and his poise translated into an impressive performance. By the time the final whistle blew, Purdy had amassed 305 passing yards and delivered 3 touchdowns, leading his team to a commanding 42-19 victory. Deebo Samuel, a key playmaker for the 49ers, was instrumental in the team's offensive success. His ability to find space and exploit mismatches was on full display as he racked up 125 receiving yards. Samuel's 2 touchdowns were a testament to his skill and determination, as he fought through tackles and danced along the sidelines, igniting the crowd with every catch. While the offense dazzled, the 49ers' defense proved equally formidable. Their aggressive play disrupted the Eagles' rhythm, forcing 2 crucial turnovers that swung momentum firmly in San Francisco's favor. The defensive line, relentless in their pursuit, recorded 3 sacks, applying constant pressure that kept the Eagles' quarterback on edge. Each defensive stop was met with cheers from the 49ers' sideline, a reflection of the unity and spirit that defined the team's approach. As the game progressed, it became evident that the 49ers were not just playing for a win, but to make a statement. Their dominance on both sides of the ball highlighted the progress they had made over the season. This victory, in such a decisive manner, reinforced their position as one of the top contenders in the NFC. The players celebrated on the field, their camaraderie and shared purpose evident in every high five and embrace. The win in Philadelphia was more than just a notch in the win column. It was a demonstration of the 49ers' potential and a reminder to the league that they were a force to be reckoned with. As the team gathered in the locker room, the atmosphere was one of satisfaction and focus. They knew the journey was far from over, but this triumph was a significant step forward. In the days following the game, analysts and fans alike marveled at the 49ers' performance. The victory had set a tone for the remainder of the season, and anticipation grew for what lay ahead. With each passing week, the 49ers continued to build on their successes, driven by the belief that they had the talent and tenacity to achieve their ultimate goal. On January 7, 2024, the San Francisco 49ers faced the Arizona Cardinals in a critical matchup that would determine their standing in the NFC. The air was filled with anticipation as fans filled the stadium, eager to see if their team could secure the top seed. The 49ers had been on a remarkable run, winning 8 of their last 10 games, and they were determined to keep the momentum going. Quarterback Brock Purdy was at the heart of this success. Throughout the season, he had been a consistent force, showcasing his talent and leadership on the field. Against the Cardinals, Purdy was once again in command, leading his team with precision and poise. His throws were sharp, and his decision-making was impeccable as he navigated the offense down the field. By the end of the game, Purdy had added to his impressive season totals, surpassing 4,000 passing yards and reaching 30 touchdowns. The game against the Cardinals was a testament to the 49ers' resilience and determination. The team came out strong, displaying the kind of focus that had become their hallmark. Their defense, known for its aggressive play, was relentless, keeping the Cardinals' offense at bay and forcing them into difficult situations. The 49ers' ability to control the game on both sides of the ball was evident, as they steadily built a lead. As the final whistle blew, the scoreboard read a decisive victory for the 49ers. The win not only secured the NFC West Division title, but also clinched the top seed in the conference. This achievement was a significant milestone for the team, providing them with the coveted home field advantage throughout the playoffs. The players celebrated on the field, knowing the importance of what they had accomplished. The victory over the Cardinals was a culmination of a season filled with hard work and dedication. The 49ers had faced their share of challenges, but their ability to adapt and overcome had been a defining characteristic. With the top seed secured, the team now turned its attention to the playoffs, where they hoped to continue their journey. Brock Purdy's performance throughout the season had been a revelation. His growth as a quarterback was evident in every game, and his leadership had been a driving force behind the team's success. The confidence he instilled in his teammates was palpable, and it was clear that the 49ers were rallying around their young leader. As the 49ers prepared for the next stage, the atmosphere was one of quiet confidence. They knew the road ahead would be challenging, but they were ready to embrace it. With the top seed in hand, the 49ers had positioned themselves as a formidable force in the NFC, ready to take on whatever challenges lay ahead. On January 14, 2024, the San Francisco 49ers took the field against the Green Bay Packers in the NFC divisional round. The atmosphere was electric, filled with anticipation, as fans packed the stands to witness this pivotal matchup. The 49ers had been riding high after securing the top seed, and now they faced a familiar playoff rival in the Packers. As the game unfolded, it quickly became a battle of wills. Both teams exchanged blows, with neither side willing to relent. The Packers struck first, putting points on the board early. But the 49ers responded in kind, matching Green Bay's intensity with their own. Brock Purdy, the young quarterback who had been a revelation all season, took charge of the offense. His poise under pressure was evident, as he orchestrated drives with precision, finding his targets and keeping the chains moving. The game remained tightly contested throughout, with each team refusing to give an inch. The Packers' offense, led by their seasoned quarterback, tested the 49ers' defense at every turn. However, San Francisco's defensive unit, known for its resilience and tenacity, stood firm. They managed to contain the Packers' potent attack, limiting them to just 21 points on the day. As the clock ticked down in the fourth quarter, the tension in the stadium was palpable. With the score tied, it was clear that the game would come down to a decisive final drive. This was the moment when Brock Purdy truly shined. Calm and collected, he led the 49ers down the field, methodically picking apart the Packers' defense. His connection with his receivers was seamless, each pass delivered with pinpoint accuracy. The drive culminated in a critical play that would define the game. Christian McCaffrey, the dynamic running back who had been a key figure all season, found the end zone. His touchdown run gave the 49ers the lead and sent the crowd into a frenzy. It was a moment of pure elation, the culmination of a hard-fought battle. With time running out, the Packers had one last opportunity to respond. But the 49ers' defense, as they had done all game, rose to the occasion. They held firm, denying Green Bay any chance of a comeback. As the final whistle blew, the scoreboard reflected a 24-21 victory for San Francisco. The win over the Packers was a testament to the 49ers' resilience and composure under pressure. It demonstrated their ability to perform in high-stakes situations, a quality that would serve them well as they advanced to the NFC Championship game. The celebration on the field was a reflection of the hard work and dedication that had brought them to this point. On January 28, 2024, the San Francisco 49ers met the Detroit Lions in the NFC Championship game. The stakes were high, and the air was thick with anticipation. Fans filled the stands, eager to see which team would secure a place in the Super Bowl. The Lions, determined and focused, came out strong, quickly establishing a 17-point lead. The 49ers found themselves in a challenging position, needing to regroup and respond. Brock Purdy, the young quarterback who had shown poise throughout the season, took charge. He knew the task ahead was daunting, but embraced the challenge with determination. As the second half began, Purdy's leadership became evident. He orchestrated a series of plays that showcased both his skill and the resilience of his team. The 49ers began chipping away at the Lions' lead, methodically moving the ball down the field. Purdy's connection with his receivers was sharp. His throws found their marks, threading through the Lions' defense with precision. He threw for 350 yards and 3 touchdowns, each play building momentum for the team. The 49ers' offense came alive, igniting the crowd and breathing new life into their championship hopes. The turning point came in the second half, as the 49ers scored 21 unanswered points. The team's spirit was palpable, a testament to their unwavering belief in one another. Each play seemed to build upon the last, a cascade of energy that overwhelmed the Lions' defense. The tension in the stadium was electric as the 49ers continued their relentless pursuit of victory. Deebo Samuel, the dynamic wide receiver, delivered the decisive blow. With the game hanging in the balance, he made a crucial touchdown reception that sealed the win for San Francisco. His catch was a moment of brilliance, a culmination of the team's efforts, and a testament to their perseverance. The crowd erupted in celebration, the roar echoing through the stadium as the 49ers took the lead. The final whistle blew with the scoreboard reading 31-28 in favor of the 49ers. The victory was a testament to their grit and determination, a comeback for the ages. It marked their return to the Super Bowl for the first time since 2020, a significant milestone for the team and their fans. The players embraced on the field, their faces a mixture of joy and relief. It was a moment to savor, the culmination of a season filled with challenges and triumphs. As they celebrated, the 49ers knew they had one more game ahead, but for now they relished the sweet taste of victory. On February 11, 2024, the San Francisco 49ers stepped onto the field for Super Bowl 58, a moment filled with anticipation and hope. The opponent was the Kansas City Chiefs, a familiar foe from their previous Super Bowl encounter. Fans from both sides filled the stands, creating a vibrant sea of colors and noise. The air was charged with excitement as the game began. The 49ers, led by their young quarterback Brock Purdy, showed resilience and skill from the outset. Purdy, with his calm demeanor, orchestrated the offense with precision. His throws were crisp and accurate, threading through the Chiefs' defense as he amassed 305 yards and 2 touchdowns. Each play was a testament to his growth and confidence, igniting the hopes of 49ers fans. As the game unfolded, it became a battle of wills, with both teams trading scores and defensive stops. The Chiefs, with Patrick Mahomes at the helm, matched the 49ers' intensity. Mahomes, known for his ability to make plays under pressure, kept the Chiefs in contention with his dynamic playmaking. The two teams were locked in a fierce contest, each looking for that decisive edge. The tension in the stadium grew as the clock ticked down. With the game tied at 22 at the end of regulation, the stage was set for an overtime showdown. The atmosphere was electric, the stakes higher than ever, as both teams prepared for the extra period. It was a moment where every decision, every play, could determine the outcome. In overtime, the Chiefs seized their opportunity. They mounted a drive that showcased their offensive prowess, methodically moving the ball down the field. The 49ers' defense, which had been formidable throughout the game, faced a daunting challenge. Despite their efforts, the Chiefs found a way through, scoring the game-winning touchdown that sealed the victory. The final score read 25-22 in favor of the Chiefs, marking a heartbreaking loss for the 49ers. It was a moment of profound disappointment for the team and their fans, a second consecutive Super Bowl defeat to the Chiefs. The players stood on the field, absorbing the weight of the moment, their dreams of a championship dashed once more. For the 49ers, the loss was a bitter pill to swallow. Yet, amid the heartache, there was a recognition of their journey and the battles fought along the way. The team had shown resilience and heart, qualities that would serve them well as they looked to the future. As they left the field, the focus began to shift to what lay ahead, and the determination to return stronger lingered in their minds. In March 2024, the San Francisco 49ers turned their focus to the offseason with a sense of quiet determination. The recent loss in Super Bowl 58 still weighed heavily, but the team was already looking ahead, intent on building a stronger foundation. The first step in this process involved restructuring Javon Hargrave's contract. This move, made in mid-March, was crucial for creating the cap flexibility needed to make strategic improvements elsewhere. As spring unfolded, attention shifted to wide receiver Brandon Ayuk. His contract situation was a topic of much discussion, as talks about his future with the team stretched into June without resolution. Fans and analysts alike speculated on what the delay might mean, pondering whether Ayuk would remain a key part of the 49ers' defensive strategy. Meanwhile, Brock Purdy stood firm as the team's starting quarterback. After a full, healthy season in 2023, Purdy's role was unquestioned. His performance had solidified his position, and the team expressed confidence in his ability to lead them forward. This stability at quarterback was seen as a critical component of the 49ers' long-term plans. The coaching staff also saw changes during this period. Defensive coordinator Steve Wilks was replaced, a decision that signaled a shift in defensive strategy. Instead of looking outside, the team opted for an internal promotion, a move that underscored their commitment to continuity and internal growth. This decision was met with cautious optimism, as the team hoped the new leadership would bring fresh energy to the defense. As the days grew longer and training camp approached, the 49ers emphasized player development and depth. The leadership made it clear that they were committed to investing in their core players, ensuring that the team was not only competitive in the short term, but also built for sustained success. The focus on developing younger talent was evident, as the team worked to cultivate a roster capable of withstanding the rigors of an NFL season. Through these months, the 49ers navigated the offseason with a blend of prudence and ambition. The moves they made, while subtle, were aimed at fostering a sense of stability and preparing the team for the challenges to come. As June drew to a close, the 49ers remained poised, ready to embrace the next chapter with a quiet confidence that spoke to their resilience and determination. In May 2025, the San Francisco 49ers made a significant move to secure their future by extending the contract of quarterback Brock Purdy. On the 16th of May, Purdy agreed to a 5-year, $265 million extension. This deal not only solidified his role as the franchise's cornerstone, but also placed him among the highest-paid quarterbacks in the NFL. It was a testament to the team's confidence in Purdy's abilities and leadership, especially following 2 strong seasons and a Super Bowl appearance. The journey to this moment had been remarkable for Purdy. From being the last pick in the draft to becoming the starter, his rise was nothing short of inspiring. The extension included significant guarantees, reflecting the faith the organization had in his potential. It was a reward for his steady progression and consistent performance on the field. Purdy's work ethic, poise and presence in the locker room had not gone unnoticed, and general manager John Lynch was vocal in his praise. Lynch highlighted Purdy's ability to lead and inspire his teammates, qualities that were crucial in the high-pressure environment of professional football. This contract extension was more than just a financial commitment. It was a clear signal from the 49ers about their future direction. By investing in Purdy, the team underscored their intent to build around him for years to come. It was a strategic move aimed at fostering stability and continuity within the franchise. The decision to extend Purdy's contract was met with enthusiasm from the fan base, who had witnessed his growth and were eager to see what he could achieve in the coming seasons. As the off-season continued, the focus remained on preparing for the challenges ahead. With Purdy's position secured, the 49ers were poised to make the most of their talented roster. The extension was a pivotal moment, setting the stage for the team's future endeavors. It was a time of optimism and anticipation, as the organization looked to build on their recent successes and strive for greater achievements. In the calm of the offseason, the commitment to Purdy was a beacon of hope for what lay ahead.